Hello and welcome back. This is the third part of the beginner makeup series. So if you're here, this might be for some basic reminders, or maybe you're brand new to makeup, you've never tried it before, or you are just new and you don't really know how to use it. We're trying to figure it out. So here we are. We're gonna get started. I have a couple of products that I'm gonna show today. I believe I have less than 10, but last time I tried to tell you ahead of time how many products I had and then I forgot a couple of things. So I'm not gonna try to tell you today how many products I have. We're just gonna go ahead and get started. So first things first, I'm gonna do some eye primer while I'm doing this. So this makes a big difference because it keeps your makeup on longer. If you have not caught the first two, make sure you go back and catch those two, because I'm kind of doing different products, showing different looks, things like that, different techniques, so that you can kind of decide what's best for you. So this is the first one that we're going to be using a powder eyeshadow in. So this is the first time we've used the eye primer. So eye primer, again, like I said, it's going to keep your eyeshadow on longer, a lot longer. It is also going to make it more pigmented, just so you don't have to use as much of your products. So primers make a big difference. I do already have on my foundation primer too. That also makes a big difference with your face makeup. So when I was new to makeup, I always used like foundation and mascara, but I was new to learning how to kind of like actually do my makeup and use my makeup probably 5 years ago when I started Mary Kay. So these are the things that I started with, the very first products that I loved. One of the very first ones was CC cream. I love the CC cream. It's just a really light tinted moisturizer. CC stands for complexion correcting. So I'm gonna show you this today. I showed this on one of my other videos too. I think the very first one of the beginner makeup series, but now that it's getting to be summertime, I'm kind of in between very light and light to medium. So you can always mix them together too. So I'm gonna go ahead and start, wait, which one is this? This one's very light. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the very light. Geez, hang on, I might have to, here we go. Let me just get a different tube. I don't know why this is, hold on, I have another very light in here. Grab a different one now. I think it's just because I had it like upside down for a while. So maybe instead of applying it right on your face, it might be a little bit easier to apply it on your brush. I just added a squirt of the medium to deep, or light to medium too. So you can see right there, there's light to medium and then the very light. So just kind of blending that all over. All right, so I'm gonna mix these together. If you want a foundation match too, let me know. You can just comment it down below or reach out to me. But these CC creams, I really like them because they have SPF 15 in them. So they're gonna add a layer of protection to your skin, which is really important. It's also gonna look really natural. So I love that about CC cream. It does not make your face look cakey. It also does not have like a mattified look at all. It is nice and creamy and it's hydrating. It is going to hydrate your face too, so this does not replace a moisturizer, but it does add in some extra hydration as well. And that complexion correcting, that's what it's called, and it really does. It just corrects the dark spots, it corrects any red spots, any discoloration, but it doesn't look cakey and it doesn't give you that makeup, thick makeup feel. You can always bring it down your neck too. That is totally a tip that I have learned as I've been using makeup, is that you always want to kind of blend it down your neck just to make sure, even if it looks like the perfect color, you still just want to make sure there's no harsh lines anywhere. So there's the CC cream, and we're going to leave it just the CC cream today. You can always apply a powder over it if you want it to be a little bit more mattified. Today, we're doing just a real simple, beachy, summery makeup look. So we're not going to add any powder over it. We're just going to leave it just like this. So it kind of looks a little bit dewy, a little bit more natural. All right, let's move on. So I mixed together, again, light to medium and medium to deep today. And then I used, this was the liquid foundation brush that I used. So especially when you're getting started, maybe just start with one squirt of the CC cream all over your face just to kind of see how it goes. And then if you want a little bit more, you can always add more. So with makeup, you can always add more, but you can't really take it away. So start with just a little bit, and you can add a little bit more and add a little bit more to get your perfect amount, rather than having way too much on and having to take everything off. All right, next, let's do the eyebrows. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just kind of brush out my brows with, this is a spoolie brush. This is an eyebrow eyeliner brush. Okay, now that they're brushed out, I'm gonna take my brow tint. I'm just gonna fill them in. So the brow tint is one of my favorite products. It's just so easy to use. It looks like a little mascara wand, kind of. See that little tiny cute little wand up there? So you just kind of wipe it right through your brows. If you want to create a little bit of shape, like I just did right there, you can use the end, the very tip of it, and kind of create a little bit of a shape. But otherwise, you can also just kind of brush it through your brows to pick up a little bit of color, make them a little bit darker, fill in any spots that maybe have been missed. So you can see it looks so natural. It's just a little bit darker, a little bit more put together, I guess is maybe the right. So you can see, especially as I get closer, especially in person looking at it, it definitely looks like this one's a little bit more just filled out. Okay, same thing on the other side. This stuff, when I very first tried it, I was like, what in the world? Like, it's like a mascara for your eyebrows. I thought it was so cool. And now it is one of my staples in my regimen. I love it just because it's so easy. It also holds your brows down. So I don't know if you have crazy eyebrows or not. But if your eyebrows if they tend to like move a lot and not stay where you want them to, this will help too, because it is kind of, think like a mascara. It kind of does have like a little bit of color to it, and it has a little bit, it's like cream or liquid, however you want to describe that. But anyway, so it's going to hold your eyebrows right down into place too. Hang on, let me fix this side a little bit. So you can see I'm kind of outlining these. You don't have to do that either. You can just swipe where your brushes or where your hair is too, and just kind of fill it in. So there we go though, got the brows done. So now all we've done right now is we put on the eye primer, but we have not used the eyeshadow yet. And then we've just done the CC cream on the brows. So that's it, nice and simple. Let's add a little bit of lip gloss. This is Nude Blush Lip Gloss. It's my favorite lip gloss. I love how natural it is. It's a creamy base too. It just goes with everything. So again, that one is Nude Blush. It's got vitamin E in there, so it's gonna keep your lips super hydrated all day long. All right, now let's go ahead and we're gonna do our eyes next. So I am going to only be using one eyeshadow color today. And the eyeshadow color that we're going to use is Rose Gold. It is right here. You can see it right. Let me try to point to it with my brush right here. So it's that pretty golden color. I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to put it right on my lid. And that's the only color that we're going to use today. So this is super simple. You can totally replicate this. Just applying that rose gold right on the lid. All over the lid, just like that. Same thing on the other side. It's such a beautiful shade. I love to use the rose gold. You can also add other colors to this too, like adding a little color in the outer corner, but you can go to my other videos to find things like that. This video is specifically for beginners. So if you're brand new to makeup, you're probably a little nervous to try out eyeshadow for the first time, or maybe for the first time in a while. So we're just starting with one right now, just one eyeshadow. So I used the all over eyeshadow brush. That's what I used to apply this with. And I just used rose gold all over my lid, and that was it. We're gonna leave it just like that. I am gonna apply a little bit of eyeliner today. So if you don't want eyeliner, you can leave it just like this, and you can just go ahead and apply your mascara next. I will get there. But in case you want eyeliner tips, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna apply a little bit of eyeliner. So I am going to use, hang on, I grabbed the black, but I don't actually want the black. I want the brown. If you're brand new to makeup, this was one of my favorite things when I first started using eyeliner, because I didn't really know how to use eyeliner very well, let's be honest. Before this, it was real messy. But this brown one, it's so easy to use because it's easier to correct. It's not as harsh as black. It's a little bit lighter. So this is, I think, a really good, just a good learning tool. So anyway, we're gonna use brown today. Now the top, you can pop the top off and you can sharpen it here if you want to. To be honest with you, I don't usually sharpen mine. I think especially for beginner makeup, probably you can just leave it the way that it is because it's gonna go on a little bit smoother, and then you don't have such a harsh line either. So, but I'm gonna teach you how to blend it out. So either way, if you wanna sharpen it, you totally can. If you don't want to, you do not have to. All right, so this again is the brown eyeliner. We're going to take it right along the lash line. I'm just kind of dabbing it right along my lash line here, and I'm going to work it in towards the center, just like that. So you can see it's like halfway across my eye right now. Same thing on the other side. Starting right in the outer corner of your lash line, so the very furthest part of your lash line out there. And then working it in about halfway. If it's not connecting to your lash line, that's okay, we're gonna fix it. All right, so you can apply a little bit of product there. You see where it's at. Now, this is the key. This is the best tip for eyeliner. If you are confused or just struggling with your eyeliner, not sure where to start, add just a little bit of color. And then this is the smudge brush. So it's just like a little teeny tiny compacted brush. So you're gonna take this brush and you're gonna hold your eye nice and steady, and then just use this brush right over the top of where you just applied that eyeliner, just to kind of smudge it out a little bit. So I just kind of patted it right across the eyeliner line, nothing crazy, did not pull, did not swipe, anything like that, but look at the difference between it being smudged out a little bit and then not touching it at all. There's that harsh line where you can see exactly where it stopped. Over here, it doesn't look like that. It just looks nice and smudged out, nice and blended out. So I think that is like a key to getting your makeup to look like you know what you're doing, and you might just be getting started. You're a beginner, but it's an easy tip for your eyeliner. Okay, just like that. Blend it a little bit further in if you want to too. Okay, now we can go ahead and let's apply some mascara. So the mascara I'm going to use is the Lash Fanaroma mascara. I love this mascara. And then I want to hear from you down below. What do you think about this combination? Do you like this makeup look? It was super, super simple. So let's count. We won't include the primer because the foundation primer and the eye primer, those are things that I really, really suggest using every day. Lip primer too, if you want your lipstick or lip gloss to stay on a lot longer. But so your primers, I really do kind of consider the primers to be part of, especially the foundation primer, I kind of consider that to be part of your skincare routine, just because it's going to give you that extra coverage with the SPF 15, and it doesn't have anything in there that's going to clog your pores, nothing like that. Actually, none of this does. It's all non-comedogenic, so that's really important and good to know. All right, so I used CC cream, I used brow tint, I used rose gold eyeshadow, I used Lash Fanaroma mascara, nude blush lip gloss, and brown eyeliner. So we used 6 products today, not including the primers or the brushes. I think that's really good. You could have done this in probably maybe about 3 to 4 minutes, I would guess is how long. It would probably take me about 3 minutes to do this. So beginner makeup, let's say it takes you an extra 5 minutes. You can put your foundation on, a little bit of lip gloss, 1 eyeshadow, your brows, mascara, and you're out the door. So for me, a couple of products make a big difference. They really help my confidence. I like to just make sure that my face looks nice and put together so that I can represent the best version of myself. That's just how I feel. If that's you too, it's kind of a self-care thing for me, just to make sure that I feel and look my best. So if that's you too, these are some quick tips to be able to do your makeup. Maybe your job is over a computer. Maybe you're on Zoom all the time and you just want to add a little bit of color and a little bit of makeup to your face. Maybe this will help. Maybe you work every day in person, or you are constantly out with your kids or your grandkids, whatever it looks like. Tell us down below if you are excited about these looks, if you're utilizing them, and what you think about the color combination. So I am gonna grab these bottom lashes down here real quick too. If you feel like you have dark circles, really dark circles underneath your eyes, or if you feel like you kind of already have like a little bit of color underneath your eyes from the mascara, you don't have to apply the underneath your eyes. That can make it a little bit darker if you miss and you hit your skin instead of your lashes. But if you are gonna put it on your bottom lashes, my best tip to you is to just take the bristles, hang on, let me show you, and just barely rubbing, just barely touching those bottom lashes, barely touching them, and just letting it pick up just a little bit off of your mascara wand for your bottom lashes. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure you subscribe and come back. I'm gonna do a couple more beginner series. So if you have questions about makeup, about beginner makeup, drop them down below. If you wanna see some like beginner, maybe blush and contour, I did do some blush in the last couple videos, so make sure you go back and check those out. And if you're interested in purchasing anything that I used in this video today, check down below. I will list all the products that I used. I will also put my website down there so that you can shop down there and find me on other platforms. I'm on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, so make sure you find me on those those places too. But thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back next time. Bye.